What up guys, and welcome to another video in which we will be discussing some of the latest gossip surrounding Manchester United. So this week we have three pieces of information, one good, two bad. Let's start off with the good information, shall we? Now, This is one of the best bits of news I've heard all season so far. The Manchester United board has decided that no matter if we win the FA Cup or not, Louis van Gaal will be replaced by Jose Mourinho at the end of the season. Now, this will come to the relief of many a Man United fan. Louis van Gaal he's not right for the United club. He's a good manager, don't get me wrong. He helped the Netherlands to a semi-final in the World Cup, but for a club of Man United's scale, he's just not the right manager for the team. And yeah, Jose Mourinho is supposedly finally coming where he belongs, to Man United. And if he does, Ibrahimovic is pretty much guaranteed. Ronaldo and Bale would look very likely. So yeah, all good news to do with that. Now, the next bit of news could be bad news, but I wouldn't really call it bad news because it's more to do with a contract of a youth player. The player in question, Marcus Rashford. Now, a lot of you will probably be thinking, oh, that's really bad news, that he hasn't signed a new contract yet. Then I would say so too, because he's proven himself in the last few games to be a pretty valuable player for Man United's future. But he is on a very low wage at the minute of £1,500 per week plus £5,000 per game that he plays, which for a player of his quality is a little less than I think he should be getting. I don't agree with how much football players are paid, but if some of them are going to be paid lots of money, Marcus Rashford deserves a bit more than £6,500 a game. You know, Rooney is on over 200,000 a week, and he has scored 2 or 3 goals more than Marcus Rashford in the entire season. Marcus Rashford has played a quarter of the season, and you know, I think that kind of proves how valuable he's been to us staying within European football, hoping of a Champions League spot position at the end. But yeah, I'm really hoping that the Man United board and everyone just make sure he signs a new contract, because like I've said before, we've made some bad mistakes with youth players in the past. Paul Pogba is a perfect example. Look at him now. He's one of the best players for Juventus, one of the best players for Italy. Italy, yeah, or France. France. That's it. But we let him go. We just let him go. We didn't let him play. He just, you know. But hopefully we won't make that mistake again with Rashford. But yeah. And the last bit of news, personally, I think is really negative to United's future. Although this player, you know, he's not well known for scoring goals. Since he's been at the club, he's scored 26 goals. You know, that's not a lot. It's goals. It's helped us, but it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. Especially when you look at the people he's played alongside: Scholes, Rooney, Giggs, Ronaldo, you know, real top class players. And that player is Michael Carrick. Now, his contract, just like Marcus Rashford, will run out at the end of this season. And there's a very big club. Well, I say very big club. There's a fairly big club in the Premier League who want to sign him. Everton have shown an interest in Carrick. Now, that would be a good signing for Everton, despite the fact that Carrick is 34. He can pass a ball, he can create play. He is just I think, a really underrated player, despite his age. Maybe, you know, he might have reached his peak now, but right now, I mean, West Ham on Wednesday, you know, he was at the centre of a lot of good things for United, and I just think it'd be a real shame to let him go. Just one quick statistic here about Michael Carrick. 72.22% of games that Michael Carrick has played in this season, United have gone on to win. He's played in most games this season, so that proves that he is pretty vital to Man United's success. But yeah, for a player who hasn't really had much of a long-standing club except for United, you know, he's very well known amongst the English ranks, and I hope United can keep a hold of him. But yeah, that's all the updated news I have for United. If you guys have any more information, then please put it in the comments down below, and I'll make sure that I put it into another video at some point. My next video will probably be Monday, just because I have a busy weekend ahead of me. But yeah, hope you all have a lovely weekend, guys.